Every little step I take, and you will be there. Every little step I make, we'll be together. Hey, come on, ha ha. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Junior's World of Soul. I am back with a new video. I'm here representing R&B the right way, people. But as you can see, I came in with a classic from Bobby Brown. Every Little Step. You know, I hate when people always say every little step I take as a full record. The song is called Every Little Step. That's it. It just irks me sometimes when I just see people be like, I'm listening to Bobby Brown, Every Little Step I Take. I'm like, y'all, please don't say the whole damn chorus. It's Every Little Step. But anyway, I came in with Bobby Brown's classic because we all know last week, Bobby Brown's biopic came out, the Bobby Brown story, and I thought it was okay. To be honest with you, I thought it was okay. I just thought that I thought that it was time for Bobby to tell his story. Am I gonna say it was better than the New Edition story? No, but I feel like Bobby had to tell his story because people don't sense to realize Bobby was the king. Between 1988 and 1991, Bobby had the music world on fire. You know what I'm saying? It was like Prince was taking his break and Michael was taking his, and it was like Bobby came in and he was that dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was that dude. But, and he had a story to tell. And if you read his book, you know what I'm saying? Because I read his book. Oh my God. It's like, the book, he really goes in detail, but of course with the movie, you know, it's a 2-hour movie, so there's some stuff that you couldn't put in and things like that. But I think a lot of people was really focused more on the controversial things that he talked about in the movie, which I really wasn't here for. You know what I'm saying? You really want to know a little bit about Bobby's background, of course, but I'm more about the music. I'm such a music head. I want to know about the music. I want to know, you know, the behind the scenes of how he made The King of Stage and how he made, which it's his first album, people, it's not Don't Be Cruel. Then we got to see a little bit of how he did when he met up with L.A. Reid and Babyface when he did Don't Be Cruel. And then when he met up with Teddy Riley when they got together and created My Prerogative. So that was dope. And I wanted a little bit more about the Bobby album, to be honest with you. But, you know, you couldn't, for a 2-parter, I guess you couldn't put everything in, you know what I'm saying? But I was here for the music, and I just feel like, you know, Bobby definitely had to tell his story. I really want to know a little bit more about what happened during the Bobby album, to be honest with you, because that is actually my favorite Bobby album, to be honest, because I feel like I said it in my video that I did on Bobby, and I put that in the more info box, because like I said, the Bobby album is my favorite. And I just felt that the Bobby album, Bobby was more involved. You know what I'm saying? With the producing, the writing, and he showed himself as an artist. I felt like the Don't Be Cruel album, in my opinion, it was a monster. Don't get me wrong. It was a damn monster. The whole freaking first side was hits. You know what I'm saying? But I felt like the only song Bobby had on that album that was really his was My Prerogative. Everything else, he had to make his. You know what I'm saying? Ronnie and Rock With You and Don't Be Cruel and all those, he had to make his own. And I felt like with that, he became a better artist and he made a great album with the Bobby album. But I wanted more about that. But I really thought for a biopic, I thought it was great. Clearly, right now, everything is about the social media. So he definitely had the social media on fire. You know what I'm saying? But if you know, haven't checked it out, you get a chance to. I mean, BET is going to run it over and over and over, and it should be on Fire Stick by now, so check it out there, you know what I'm saying? But I felt like, you know, Bobby definitely deserved the biopic on his own, because he had a lot, you know what I'm saying, including the music and his marriage and all this kind of stuff. So just check it out, but that's why I want to come in with Every Little Step, and that's why I came in with Bobby. But I am back with the weekly current R&B bangers. I'm so excited to be back because I was like on 2 weeks of vacation, man. Had to get my mind right, man. It was so good. Went out to San Diego, went to Mexico, so I had a really, really good time. So I was just like, I'm so ready to get back and give some current R&B bangers. So if you're new to Junior's World of Soul, current R&B bangers is really something that I started because I felt like mainstream is really kind of throwing R&B to the side, and I didn't like it. I really started seeing it in like 2008, but it was like finally it was just like I was sitting at home one day and I was just like, I'm an R&B lover and I love R&B soul to the root, you know what I'm saying? And I just feel like they just throwing it to the wolves. So it's like mainstream is giving the impression that R&B is dead, and everybody will be like, when they're bringing out a new album, they'll be like, I'm bringing R&B back. You're not bringing it back. It's here. It's just, it's not mainstream anymore. And then what the problem is also that you don't even know what's R&B and what's hip hop anymore. And that's what's sad. So for me, an R&B lover, I just wanted to give a platform to unsigned and signed artists to have their music to be heard, because I feel like when people use R&B and they use and R&B soul, they use it to just for clicks. And it's for the same person. It's always the Beyoncés, the Chris Browns, the Rihannas, these are the people that they know that, okay, we put R&B in front of it, it's gonna get a click. And I don't think that's fair. You know what I'm saying? There's so many other people making great music. You know what I'm saying? So for me, that's why I started current R&B bangers. You know what I'm saying? And for me, R&B is rocking. It's alive and well. It's out here. We just have a lot of these websites that people need to go to. Like, you know, I got Soul. This is R&B, Singers Room, SoundCloud. I'm a big SoundCloud listener because a lot of people put their things on SoundCloud, and you can find new music. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I just want to give a honest and a raw platform for R&B music, and y'all can see the passion that I have in it. But this week, I have 5 joints for y'all. Actually, one of them is a joint that I talked about maybe a few months ago, but I just don't want this song to go under the wheels and you know what I'm saying, that people don't know about it. So I want to talk about it again. So let's get this started. Starting it off with Tamia, who has my favorite record of 2018. I remember at the end of April, beginning of May, when I first heard this song, I was like, Tamia, I love this record. This is going to be a huge record. Her and Salaam Remi got together and created greatness with this record. I still love it to this day. Like I said, it's still my favorite. And mind you, the song's been out, since almost going on 5 months. And it's still, no song has really topped it for me. Like, when I want to sometimes I just be chilling and I'll be like, I want to listen to this song. So I'm talking about, it's definitely a #1 record on the R&B charts right now. And here we go. I need passion like fire, fire, fire. Leave it smoking, leave it smoking. We need a shot we can chase with lime. Hi, y'all know that's my favorite part for many reasons. But this song is so damn smooth. It makes you want to dance. It makes you want to move. It's so chill. You know what I'm saying? And I wish I would have had a red cup in my hand so I could really rock to it. But it's on my shirt, so it's all good. But so when this song came out, I was like, oh, Tamia's coming out with a new record, because I was so pissed on how Def Jam did her with the Love Life album. I was so pissed off because that was such a good album. It deserves so much more, but we know how R&B does, and we know how labels are doing them. So it was like, you kind of got to take it or leave it. But I was so mad. But when she put out this record, Tamia's like, I got a new album coming out soon. And I was just like, okay, what Tamia's coming with? Because with a record like this, I was like, oh, it's fire. So she said the album was going to be entitled Passion Like Fire, which is crazy because she got that. And I bet you that's how she named this album, just from this song. I Need Passion Like Fire, and that's what she named the album. That's crazy. But so then after this, I think maybe about 2-3 months later. No, it had to be like at the middle of August, because that's her anniversary. She dropped her second single, Today I Do, and that was clearly dedicated to her and Grant Hill, her husband, and that was a wedding song. So I was like, okay. I was like, I like this. Then she came with Deeper. Deeper is such a deep record, and vocally, I think it is the best vocally on this album. And you know what I'm saying? And it's just the piano and just her angelic voice. Like, to me, it has a beautiful, it's just so pure. I think she kind of reminds me of a Tammy Terrell, because her voice is so pure. You know what I'm saying? And I like it. You know what I'm saying? So when she came with that, I was like, to me, 3 for 3. You know what I'm saying? Now I need this album. So finally, Friday, the album dropped. Friday that just passed. And when I listen to it, I am not surprised. I like it. It's R&B. To me, it never goes too far away. You know what I'm saying? And kind of, that's what a lot of these R&B artists feel like they need to do. They want to just cater to the young, and they lose their artistic integrity. And I feel like Tamia has never done that. You know what I'm saying? She didn't do that with the Love and Life album, and she didn't do that with this album. And I think it's great. It's real R&B, but I feel like she has a real sexy new vibe to it. Like, Leave It Smokin'. Anybody can rock to that. I remember when I first heard it, and I was like, when I play this for my mother, she's gonna love it. Played it for my mom, my grandma, they loved it. You know what I'm saying? So right then and there, she got 3 generations right there. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm seeing people on Twitter that's, you know, because social media is for the young. You know what I'm saying? The young kids. And I'm looking at comments, and I'm like, people are like, yo, I'm loving this Tamia record. I'm loving this. I'm like, she got it all across the board. You know what I'm saying? So this album is dope. I got some favorites on there. Lost in You, Tell Me How, Not For Long. That song I played over and over again on Friday. Oh my God, that song I was playing like crazy. I like Stay, and I like You Are Loved. But there was one song on this album that is the first joint on current R&B bangers, but I was like, it has a current vibe to it, but it's still classic R&B. I'm talking about track 4, It's Yours. Tamia, whoever is part of your team, hopefully you guys see this video, It's Yours needs to be a single. That's the one. That's the one to go right at Deeper now, and I guess everybody is kind of getting into the album. You need to throw out this. This joint has that knock to it, has that current knock to it. It's dope, and that's why I had to talk about it. So this joint is the first joint on current R&B bangers. It's entitled It's Yours, and it goes a little something like this. Here we go. It's yours. It's yours. Come on. This right here is yours. Hey, woo. Like, come on, man. Like, that song right there, it has that kind of like a little bit of a trap vibe to it, but it's still R&B. And that's what I like what Tamia did. Like what Mary did with Thick of It, it had that little trappish vibe to it, but it was still classic Mary, and it was still good R&B, and this is what This Is Yours does. And I feel like this song can be the single. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying? Her label pushes this record, makes this record a single, because it has to be a single. Tamia, please make this a single. Have a dope video for it. And maybe, we can push it to the, stations like Hot 97 and in New York and Power 105. But maybe they can play it, man, because this song is dope and it deserves to get shine. But y'all, I'm about to say It's Yours. Her new album, Passion Like Fire, is out on all streaming platforms. Listen, we need streaming when it comes to R&B. That's the new thing right now. You know what I'm saying? We go back and forth, and we be like, people don't buy albums anymore, and I call this the classic. You know what I'm saying? Likes to go out and buy the record. But now it's all about streaming. Listen, stream this album. Let Tamia get a nice win off this album, because she definitely deserves it. You know what I'm saying? But yes, Passion Like Fire in stores now, all that. But let me talk to, I got to vent a little bit. And I have to talk to Rolling Stone, because I was looking at their review of this Tamia album. Now, you can have your opinion about how you feel about an album and what you think about it. But what I don't like is, and this is a lot of reviews, when you have somebody reviewing an album that clearly don't know a lot of R&B, but they love to throw the top people in this cat in the field in their review. Like, they said that It's Yours kind of sounds like a 1+1 by Beyonce. Why are you even throwing that in her review? It does not at all. Like, please, when you're reviewing people's album, please stop putting the top people that is quote unquote the mainstream people of our genre in your review. And so it's like you already failing it already. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they said in the review, that it falls short and da-da-da-da-da. So I'm like, okay, let me listen. Let me read this review and see. But it was like they were comparing it to every other artist. I'm like, to me, it's her own artist. You know what I'm saying? And that's another problem when it comes to R&B music, because we have a lot of people that's doing reviews that don't really know R&B like that. And they just know the 5 artists that I talked about in the beginning, and that's it. And they want to compare it to all that. And that wasn't cool. So I'm sorry. I just had to get on my soapbox for a second, because I hate that when they do reviews and they ready to throw B in it, or Cris, or Rihanna, or whatever. It's like, no, that's not the only R&B people. R&B people. So please stop that. I had to get on my soapbox for a minute, but let's go on to the next artist. So the next artist we're going to talk about is Marsha Ambrosius. Now, we all know Marsha is part of the group Floetry. Well, used to be Floetry, because they broke up, got back together, broke up again. You know what I'm saying? And I think Marsha was like, it's done. There ain't no coming back from that. So, you know, but Floetry is dope. But I was kind of happy when she went solo, because at the end of the day, she was the voice of the group. You know what I'm saying? That was what she was. And the girl can sing her face off. Just listen to the live performances. It's getting late. Like, listen, she goes in. But anyway, she came with her solo joint, Late Nights and Early Mornings. And, yo, that album was dope. You hear me? That was a dope debut from her. Like, it was a dope album. Far Away, I think everybody loves the video because of the powerful message that she was talking about in it, about suicide and homosexuality and things like that. I think that was so great when you can use your platform to speak about something powerful. With You, that starts off the album, dope. Oh my God. And Your Hands is a favorite of mine. And listen, if you have not heard that album is definitely what it is. You hearing Late Nights, Early Mornings, you know what the album is about. You know what I'm saying? But I think it was such a dope album. Then she came with her second joint, which was Friends and Lovers. But it kind of got messed up in the shuffle because Jay and Arista kind of went over to RCA. So everybody is at RCA, so we know how that goes. People ain't gonna get the promotion that they were when they were part of these labels, and it's just a mess. So that didn't get the shine that it definitely deserved. But I would definitely recommend y'all check it out. But then finally, I think after she had her baby and things like that, she said she had a new album coming out. And I hope I'm pronouncing her daughter's name right, because that's what the album title, I think Nyla, if I'm not mistaken, that's what the album is called. And that's why then at first, when I first heard the first single, I was like, oh, it makes sense. I felt like in the beginning when I was hearing it, I was like, this is dedicated to her daughter. But then when I was listening to it, I was like, oh, she's dedicating this to her fiance as well. But hey, she can dedicate to both. So this was the first single. It was entitled Love Ya. And if you haven't heard it, it goes a little something like this. Here we go. Love you. Ooh. I just love background vocals when an artist does their own background vocals, and it's so dope. Cause I know for a fact Marsha does her own background vocals. So that was Love You. And when I first heard it, I wanted to talk about it on Current R&B Bangers. I don't know why I didn't, cause I have it and I was ready to talk about it, but I don't know why I didn't. Maybe that week I might have went somewhere and then I just didn't do a Current R&B Bangers and I just moved on. But I was hyped when I heard it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I was like, this album is gonna, I'm like, okay, I'm anticipating this album. Then she came with the second single, Soulful as Hell. I am talking about Old Times, and you could tell Marsha is singing from the soul on this one. Like you could feel, I feel like she was crying while she was singing this record. The emotion that you feel when she's singing on this record, completely dope. But if you haven't heard this one, this is the second single. This is Old Times, and here we go. Like you could tell the vocal performance on this record. You could tell she's feeling this record. You know what I'm saying? It definitely was something that was really connecting to her. And then it makes sense because if you watch the video is deep. She's talking about racial profiling. Like one thing I love about Marsha and her videos, she talks about a message. It's a message in every one of her videos that I think is completely dope. And this video, she's talking about racial profiling. When she did Far Away, she was talking about suicide. When she was talking about late nights and early mornings, that video, she was talking about, you know, AIDS and safe sex. Like, this is what you need. When you have that platform, let's talk about things that really people need to hear and use your platform to, you know, really inspire people. And I think that's so dope. So I really felt like she really connected to this record. And when you see the video, I'm putting the more info box, you're going to see, like, she obviously did. You know what I'm saying? So that's Old Times. And now the second joint on Current R&B Bangers is the third single. It's entitled Flood. Now this is giving me late nights, early mornings type of vibe. Like, it really, really is. Like, this, I was like, okay, Marsha. Now, you gave me the other two joints. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? The first one is to, you know, your fiance or maybe your daughter. And then the second one, you giving us that soul, that real gut soul. And this, I'm like, okay, this is the late night, early mornings vibe that I was waiting for. You know what I'm saying? And she entitled it Flood. And things is gonna flood. And you take it how you want it, but it's definitely a sexy song. So definitely like a rain, like SWV type of thing. But this song is dope, and I like it, and that's why it's the second joint of Current R&B Bangers. And here we go. Get your little wine on a little bit, but y'all, you know what she trying to say. She letting you know I'm letting it flood. Take it as you want. But yeah, y'all, like this joint, when it comes to the sexy joints, Marsha never disappoints. You know what I'm saying? So I'm liking all three of the singles. Flood is, I guess, is the third single. Definitely the album is coming on September the 28th, called Nyla. I'm anticipating it. I'm waiting for it. I like the three singles, so I'm definitely waiting for the album. So that is the second joint of Current R&B Bangers. That is Flood from Marsha Ambrosius. All right, now the next artist I talked about a year ago, and I'm talking about, her name is MAAD. Now I found her through Ro James on SoundCloud, if I'm not mistaken. and they had a joint entitled "Touch Me," and I was like, okay, who is this girl? And I was like, this song's sexy though. I was like, okay, who is this chick? So then I went to her SoundCloud page, and after that, she released the EP entitled "La Funk." And it was one of the joints that I talked about on Current R&B Bangers about a year ago. It's called Stingy Lover. It has like a nice little dance beat to it that I thought was dope, and I talked about it. So if you haven't heard it, it goes a little something like this. Stingy lover, so stingy, stingy, stingy lover. Woo! You know what I'm saying? Make you wanna, make it move. It does have that funk to it. So when I saw that she entitled it "La Funk," I was like, "Lay Funk" or "La Funk" or whatever you want to call it. I was like, okay, I can dig it. You know what I'm saying? So then after that, you know, I was like, let me listen to the album. I thought it was dope. She had some dope joints on there. 90s Love, Satisfied, Lost Together is a favorite of mine on there. But I'm going to put that EP in the more info box. Definitely want y'all to check that out. So after that, like I said, I followed her on SoundCloud. And then like 7 months ago, she she dropped a new joint entitled "New Religion." And it had an old school type of vibe to it, but it still had that current bop. Like you can bop to it, but it still felt old school. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna put that one in the more info box too. But about 2 weeks ago, I was in North Carolina with my I&A crew, and obviously when I'm following these people on SoundCloud, I'm getting a notification when they get a new record. So I was like, okay, I was in the room, we had just got in, I was like, let me listen to this song right quick. So when I listened to it, I was like, oh, I like this. I was like, oh yeah, this joint is dope. I was like, okay, when I get home, I got to talk about this. I have to talk about this record. Then it's crazy, because then the week later, I went on another trip. So I was like, when I do Current R&B Bangers, I will talk about this joint. The joint is entitled "Me and You." And it's like the funk that I like from her. You know what I'm saying? And like Stingy Lover makes you want to dance, and it has that little funk undertones with it. This song has it as well. And I was like, yes, I like this. I want more of this from MAAD, because I think it's just dope. I think it fits her. You know what I'm saying? I think it's her sound. You know what I mean? So here's the third joint on Current R&B Bangers. It's entitled "You and Me" by MAAD. And you, woo, See, it still have that little dance to it, but it still got that nice funk to it, man. I was like, I think this is her sound, and I think it's dope. You know what I'm saying? And she sings on it. You can tell, you know what I'm saying? This girl definitely comes from the church too, because you can definitely hear the church growls in some of these songs, and you can hear, especially in this, I can hear the growl and a little bit of the vocal runs. I'm like, okay, this girl comes from church. You know what I mean? But I think the song is dope. Me and You is on all her streaming platforms. I'm gonna put in the more info box. It's also on her SoundCloud, but like I said when I was talking about Tamia, we need streaming when it comes to R&B, because that's just the thing right now. So You and Me, MAAD, and that's MAAD, and it's it's on her Spotify. Like I said, yo, stream these records, man. We need streaming when it comes to R&B for real. So that is the third joint of Current R&B Bangers. That is MAAD with Me and You. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Alrighty, so the next artist is coming from my guy from Long Beach, Cali. I'm talking about Cris V. I was introduced to Cris V by his joint Dangerous, and I talked about it on Current R&B Bangers because it's a smooth bop, and it's actually a favorite of mine of 2018. So if you haven't heard it, it goes a little something like this. Things gonna it's dangerous, 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 dangerous. Woo! Things gonna I know the melody, y'all. I suck when it comes to kind of words, but I kind of know the melody. Like, the joint is dope, and like I said, it's a favorite of mine in 2018. And you know, with Cris V, it kind of upsets me a little bit because he's such a dope R&B, and like he's a dope artist because he does hip hop and he does R&B. And like when I was on social media, like or his Twitter, because I follow him and we follow each other, and I was just seeing him saying, you know, I'm not getting the support that I want, and I'm about to get up, about to delete my stuff, and he want to think about quitting, and I'm like, oh, I hate when an artist get there and they feel like nobody is really listening to their music, and they really get discouraged. But I'm like, you got people like me. I'm a fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm following you on Spotify, your social media, all that. Like, I'm a fan. You know what I'm saying? Just because people are not catching on, but people will. And when you love music, you can be mad. But I think, it's just getting frustrated because you want more people to hear your music. But listen, keep doing it. And that's why I was telling him on Twitter, and I was just so upset because I hate when an artist get like that. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm like, yo, you just released the EP, Note to My Younger Self. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, right then and there, this is you talking to yourself. You know what I'm saying? I know you telling your younger self, I need to be in, I need to keep going. I don't need to stop. I don't need to quit and things like that. And I'm like, Cris V, just keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? That's why it felt good that he's still on Twitter, because I thought he was going to delete his Twitter, but he didn't. So I'm glad that he didn't. You know what I'm saying? Because again, Cris, I am a fan. You know what I'm saying? I like your music. You know what I'm saying? Dangerous is a favorite of mine in 2018. You know, and I think your album is dope. You know what I'm saying? Teenager, Hangover, and Good Enough is my joint. What was he? How he said? You're good enough, or something like that. But that joint is my joint. Like, I play that joint. You know what I'm saying? But yo, it's dope. But I'm gonna put all his stuff in the more info box. I definitely want y'all to check him out. But he's back with a new joint because I also follow him on SoundCloud. And he just released a new joint. It's smooth and it has that knock. It's entitled Compliments. And the joint is dope. And I wanted to talk about it. So here's the fourth joint on Current R&B Bangers. Here is Compliments by Cris V. Na 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 na. Woo! Na 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 na. Woo! That joint is smooth, yo. I'm like, yo, he deserves some shine on this record, yo. I'm like, Cris, you did it with this one. You got one with this one. It's smooth, and like, we need that cuffing music right now because it's cuffing season. We need it. You just put this joint on for Shorty and you good. Cris, you can sing for us and you good. We ain't got to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? This joint is dope. Compliments is dope. You know what I'm saying? You talking to Shorty on how we want to talk to her. We got a record. Boom. I'm putting on Cris V Compliments and we good to go. Like, this record is dope. It's smooth. Like I said, it has like it's smooth, but it's still got a knock to it. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's dope. This joint is on his YouTube page, and I'm putting in more info box. It's on his SoundCloud. The song is not on Spotify, nothing yet. It's on his SoundCloud. So I'm going to put that in the more info box so y'all can check out the record. Y'all can check out his YouTube page. And also check out his EP, Note to Younger Self. Dope EP. Dude is dope as an artist because he represents R&B and hip-hop. He's dope, y'all. So that is the fourth joint, Compliments by Cris V. Alrighty, the last artist that I'm going to talk about was an artist that this song well, before I even get to that, the artist that I'm going to talk about, and I talked about him January when the album came out. Yes, I'm talking about Craig David. Now, if y'all know Craig David, this is probably the biggest song that he had. And after I play it, then y'all know. Y'all be like, oh yeah, that's Craig David. Okay, got it. So here we go. Have you dressed in black, but I left you dressed in white. Can you feel me? Bring it back. Now. Parody to answer phone. Ooh yeah. Jacuzzi turned on. Can you feel me? Yeah. So that's, y'all should definitely know it. Then he had a joint 7 Days. That was, I think his first single was 7 Days, but I think Fill Me In was a bigger joint, and this came out in 2000. Then after that, he released 6 albums after that, and his latest one is The Time Is Now, that he released in January 2018. It's dope, but he got this joint produced by Kaytranada. This song deserves shine. This joint is called Live in the Moment. I talked about this, but I really do not want this song to go unnoticed. You know how Ella Mae's Booed Up, it took a year for people to finally catch on to the record. It wasn't even a single on the album. She released something else, and somebody just started playing Booed Up, and it just blew up. And it took a year. You know what I'm saying? This song deserves shine. It's so dope, man. And like, I have so much faith in this record. And when I first talked about it in January, did I talk about it? January or February? No, I talked about it in February. And I feel the same way I feel about when I talked about it in February, I still feel about that now. Like, this is definitely my second favorite song of 2018, but I wanted to get shine. I'm telling you, this joint is dope. And like my brother Sid always say, yo, better late than never. Listen, people, catch on to this record. It's dope, yo. It is so dope. So here's Live in the Moment, and it goes a little something like this. So let's live in the moment. And closes, another one open. Stop trying to control it. Start living in the moment. Love is all we got. Hell, come on. The love is all we got. Woo! Come on now. Ooh. Oh my God, this song is so dope. Kaytranada put his foot in this one, yo. Like, you cannot tell me you cannot vibe to this record. Like, this record has a bop. Oh my God, this song needs to get shine, man. Like, that's why I'm talking about it again, because I already talked about it, but I have so much faith in this song. So listen, whoever is part of Craig David's team, RCA, whatever, Live in the Moment needs to be a single. Put it out now. Do anything. Put some promo. Put a dope video. Go link and him do a dope video. Listen, because I feel like Kaytranada deserves this. You know what I'm saying? He definitely deserves this. And you know what's so crazy? Like, I was so mad when it came to Kaytranada and his production, because I feel like Kaytranada is the one that can really help R&B get back to being mainstream again and have a newer sound and still connect to the young. Just like Telling the Truth with Mary. What else did he do? He did Telling the Truth for Mary, which I felt like should have been a single. Another Lover by Van Jess. That was a banger. Like, this dude's production is serious. Or the joint he did with him, Jasmine Sullivan and Golding. Like, that joint was dope. It's just like, I feel like R&B really needs a new sound to come in, because everybody is sounding the same. And Kaytranada has a sound that I feel like is still soulful, but it's still new. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm like, Live in the Moment can be one of those that people can hear it and it can just inspire. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I definitely had to talk about it again, because I did not want this song to go unnoticed for real. So that's why this is the 5th joint. So please, y'all, I'm gonna put in more info boxes on streaming. Go everywhere. Craig David, Live in the Moment featuring Gold Link. Song is dope. Woo! I get passionate when I talk about a record, y'all. I'm sorry. But those are your 5 joints for the week. Tamia is yours. Marsha Ambrosius with Flood. MAAD with You and Me. Cris V with Compliments. And Craig David with Live in the Moment. Every last one of those songs did not sound the same. Did not. Everyone had their own sound. It, you know, it's sad when we listen to the radio, we don't even know what R&B and hip-hop is anymore. Because, you know, back, I guess 2005 on back, we kind of knew what the difference was. Now we just don't know. And that's why I feel like hip-hop, in my opinion, is the top genre, because I feel like they just throwing R&B in there. You know what I'm saying? I really do. I feel like when they did, you know, the genres and who's selling the most and which genre is selling the most and which genre is making the most money, I feel like they put hip-hop and R&B together. So when we see hip-hop and R&B album charts, it's the truth. It's all sprinkled in there. And it's just sad, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like, you know, when I was young in the 90s, we could listen to stuff and be inspired because everybody had a different sound. You know what I'm saying? Everybody didn't sound the same. Groups didn't sound the same. You know what I'm saying? Like Jodeci and Boyz II Men didn't sound the same. SWV and En Vogue didn't sound the same. Tony and Mary didn't sound the same. You know what I'm saying? It was just different, and everybody would be inspired. Then you had, you know, the Timbaland and Missy sound, and you had the Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, and you had, you know, Dallas Austin, and you had so many other people, Brian Alexander Morgan. So many people had their own sound. You know what I'm saying? Everybody didn't sound the same, and that's sad right now, because we listen to the radio, everybody sound the same. I don't know who's who produced it, who didn't produce it. It's just a mess, you know what I'm saying? So, but listen, here at Junior's World of Soul, I got you as far as R&B, because it's alive and well. The joints are out there. Listen, people, it is out there. Do not let mainstream fool y'all and tell y'all that R&B is dying, because it's not. It's just labels are not putting the money that they used to put in R&B anymore, and it's like we're at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? So it just kind of sucks. But here at Junior's World of Soul, I'm gonna try to promote it the best way I can. I'm gonna keep fighting every week, do these videos. Hopefully you guys will subscribe to Junior's World of Soul. You know, right now I'm definitely trying to add new things to the channel. I'm trying to work on a new website. I'm trying to do new things. I want to do, starting this Friday, again, I'm going to do my vinyl talk and everything like that. So, trying to do new things, but I'm just trying to represent R&B the right way. I just don't want you to be clicking here just when you see R&B and you like, ooh, and it's the normal. You know what I'm saying? I want other people to get shine. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm going to get off my soapbox. I kept y'all a little longer than normal, but I've been gone for 2 weeks. So, I'm going to get out of here with Tamia's banger, my favorite banger of 2018. The reason why I'm going out with it, because her new album is out, and I want y'all to stream it. I want y'all to show Tamia some love. So I'm going to get out of here with Leave It Smokin', Leave It Smokin'. Alrighty, here we go, Tamia. Rock on me home. Here we go. I need passion like fire, fire, fire. Leave it smoking. Ha, leave it smoking. I'm out, y'all. See y'all next week. Peace.